hope I haven't missed any of those. How are you doing? How was your holidays, witch? Pike, Val, Ari doing a little blessing dance. Yeah, so we'll have to wait to gift that to you when you get back. I know Mr. Solo said he wanted a skull necklace, but right as I got another one, he died. Benjamin, thank you for the follow. How are you? Shatter! I'm doing good. How are you, Benjamin? Welcome in. Would you like to join our cult? Also, Shatter, you lived, you died. I brought you back. And, it was actually really good, Shatter. I had a great time with family. Really good memories with my kids. It was a great time. Yes, Doctor did eat 3 people. Shatter, how was yours? Did you get to go home and see your family, or did you spend it at school? Thank you, witch. Oh, Glitter, I'm so sorry yours were so stressful. Yeah, it was good. Well, so, oh, we gotta find something else. Welcome, would you like to join our cult? I've given up on like social standards so long ago. Oh god. It's so funny though, because I was talking to my family how, oh, Sketch, there you are, how a little bit of my work was through Twitch now, and they're like, yeah, that fits you. You like, they know I'm kind of the black sheep of the family. I'm kind of the I'm the free spirit of the family. Let's say that. Hold on. Let's give you a gift. I'll find another one for Mr. Solo. And we have to revive him first. I love you, honey. If you got asked to join the Cult of Pancakes, would you want to refuse? Let's send you to sleep. You're tired. There are several things that take it out of code that would in fact be felonies. The cannibal? Like, I don't know what you're talking about, Doctor. The the multiple marriage. Oh my god. Yeah, I can think of several. I had an amazing Christmas though. Good. I spent the first 7 hours of it talking to Shatter! Kind of forgot to well, that kind of happens when you're feeling certain feelings that you're not the feeling. Oh, there's all those what do you call them? Endorphins that are just like, I'm happy. And then I got a bunch of really nice gifts. Oh, what was your favorite? And spent some time with extended family. Oh, yeah, I've been that's what I've said. Like, I've been working on all of you. You only joined like it in the game. Well, wasn't it just a couple streams ago that you joined? MVP is Hawkeye? Maddock. That's impressive. Oh yeah, Maddock, I remember who you ate. You ate Pickle. And I can't forgive you. Just kidding. I already did, because I revived you. Head pats are the best. I can do head pats to so many characters. It's so cute. Pickles. Doctor, don't you I fixed your curse. I worked hard to fix your curse. Head pats and cuddles. Oh my god, yes. Yes. If you are a cuddler. I know that there are some people that are not cuddlers, and that's okay too. I am a situational cuddler, and I think a moment to moment cuddler. Like if I'm in fight or flight, I do not want to be touched. That is the last thing I want, is to be touched. Friendly touch, comforting touch, anything. But if I feel safe and I'm having fun, I'm actually a cuddler. I would cuddle with my, like, growing up, and it meant nothing. My girlfriends, I would just, we would hold. Part of me misses that aspect of it. I feel like there was a time, especially like in the 90s, where girls could hold hands and it was nothing more than just physical affection between platonic friends. You could cuddle and it wasn't weird for girls to cuddle. And I feel like a lot of that has kind of gone away in this day and age. And I miss that. It's like touch is so important, and not just, sorry, I am going on a rant right now, guys. Listen to my rant. I want a day and age that comes back like the 90s, where, because touch is so important sometimes for people. Thank you, Witch. Like, and not, I am not talking about intimate touch. I'm not talking about that. Is that important? Absolutely. It's very important. But it's also, I think, equally as important for some people, especially that have had very difficult backgrounds, to have safe touch, to have platonic touch. Off my soapbox. Okay? No. Yes, Witch. That is the ADHD. You're welcome. People always look at me and say, "You're a big guy. I bet you're a good cuddler," and then hug. Coder, that's so sweet. Are you, do you mind that? Like, does it kind of make you, like, upset when people touch you? Or is it kind of like, it feels nice that people feel safe with me type of thing, you know? I've had that before. When I was younger, I was still going to school at Franklin Academy. I was a junior in high school, going to this little tiny cult school that only had 50 kids. But two of my friends that had graduated a year before, because they were older than me, had gotten pregnant and were having babies. And there was some that had taken on another partner's child. She was 2. There was another girl that her friend had a baby, and she didn't. Basically, there was just lots of little babies and toddlers around. Okay, let me pause this real quick, because this is actually a really cute story. No, that's not pausing. Nobody in my family likes cuddles or hugging, and it sucks because, yes, which I understand what you mean. And what's hard was, I didn't grow up in a family, like, us girls, like, we would do each other's hair, and we would cuddle sometimes as sisters, but we would hug, but we weren't, like, overly touchy cuddly. And I also feel, yeah, we'll leave that there. One of the reasons I took dance was to get, yes, yes, I know, especially, like, my daughter who has autism. It's a big sensory issue. She does not like physical touch. She does not want to be, she doesn't like that. But I am the exception. And I love that I'm that exception for her, because it means, well, and this ties into the story. Sorry, before I get distracted with any other comments. So my friends had these toddlers, and a couple, they were pregnant, and one of the little tiny toddlers, she came from a mom and dad who had been very rough with her, smoking and drinking in the house around her, like, her hair smelled like smoke, and not that there's anything wrong with smoking, but when you have children, it's just important to do it away from them, away from people who can't consent to that. you can tell that she was just kind of neglected, had been neglected, and it broke my heart. And she would come to Franklin Academy almost every day, because my friend would bring her, and we would hang out during lunch, and I would just hold this little girl. And this little girl grew this attachment to me that was just the best way I can describe it. If you guys have seen Arcane, the relationship she develops with Isha, is the best way I can describe it. That's just how I feel towards kids. I've always wanted to be a mother. I love my kids. When I was growing up, I was a nanny, I was a babysitter. So don't get me wrong, there are moments where I'm like, oh my god, this is a lot to handle. There are times I get overwhelmed, but I love children, and I feel like the spark and the light and the imagination that they open up, when a lot of us as adults can lose that. I feel like when we allow ourselves to get close, even if they're not our own. I have many friends who say kids are not for them. 100% support you. 100%. That is smart, and I would much rather that than you not feel ready and bring a child into this world. So 100% support that. But there are many ways to connect with children, even if they're not your own. And I feel like, I don't know, that little girl, I loved her to death. And that is like some of what I mean with that platonic touch, is it can be such a comforting and healing thing for some people that have come from that lifestyle. And I know it was for me. And maybe that's why I feel like I want to give it so much. But yeah. See, I want kids, but I want... Oh, Glitter Witch, yes. And you know what? I appreciate and support that too. I know the feeling. Like, trust me, it is hard. It is hard. So I will never, ever sit here and tell anyone you should have kids. You want to foster and adopt, yes. And that is also very hard and comes with its own challenges. But there's even just like, if you have a friend who's a single mother, a single father, being a godparent to that child, you know, any type, like, there's just so many ways. And, or even just like, I don't know, sometimes even through animals, like going to animal shelters and volunteering there and getting to give some of that to, I don't know, there's just something so precious about innocent life. And to me, that's kids and animals. Right? Because like there are so many kids that still need a stable, loving, yes, it's heartbreaking in the youth group sometimes when they say they didn't get hugs at home. Yeah. I could count on one hand through my entire life from birth to adult, and it wouldn't even take up all my fingers, of the times my dad said, I love you. I would get hugs on like special days, like birthdays, holidays, but that was it. And even then, there was a time that when I was little, I wanted that touch. I loved my dad. I wanted nothing more than to have the approval of my dad and to make him happy. But the world is not always what we want, right? They are touch starved, yes. And that's where, like in therapy, for people who need that platonic touch, they talk about just doing this and even holding yourself, and it can help release those chemicals that you need in your body. And I know it sounds sad and I know it sounds pathetic, but I mean, when you have nothing and you're in survival mode, there is no pathetic. That's just what shitty people say to other people who are trying to climb out of a hole and just want to kick them in the face while they're down there. I mean, let's just be honest. Yeah. Coder, I agree. I think she would. I always said my first would be through adoption. Weird how true it was. Soup. Maybe not always how we think, but there is always a reason. And I'm proud of you. And I know not everyone knows your story, and it's not mine to share, but I truly am proud of you. I have had personal family members who have had to take the route that you took, and it is also a heroic route. Um, I feel like it gets a lot of, there are pros and cons to every decision we make in life, regardless of whatever light people want to stigmatize it in, a positive or a negative. And the truth is, there's pros and cons to every decision. It is not black and white. We have been taught to live in a world that is black and white. The world is not black and white. I ended up adopting one of the youth kids. Oh, she's still coder. That is sweet. And I wish I had met you years ago, because I actually did end up being adopted. My dad, my sperm donor, and I have not spoken in it's been almost 13 years now. Glitter, thank you. I hug you back, witch. And because I did not really have a father, a good example of a father figure, and my father not only wasn't helpful, but he caused more damage. Like, it probably would have been better had he just disappeared like some of my other uncles. Sorry, we are spilling some more tea today, guys. We're spilling some more tea. But so I was adopted by another man who I felt so badly that I wanted to make him proud, that I wanted basically the same trauma circle of needing a father figure in my life. I was young. I was very young. And so he adopted me. I was a young adult by the time he legally adopted me, but I felt like for a time it was the answer to healing that void in my heart that had been left. It did not. It backfired very badly. Right after my adoption, one of the words was said was, now I have someone to take care of me in my old age. And my heart sunk, because I realized the reasons I thought he wanted to adopt me, which was because he wanted to give me another shot at feeling loved, of having my emotional needs met, of, you know, things that fathers are so important. And that's the one thing, sorry. I feel like I've been going through a lot of healing over this Christmas, and that's why a lot of this is coming out, and I appreciate you guys letting me just kind of unravel this whole healing journey with you. But yeah, let's just say every reason I thought this man wanted to adopt me, it wasn't. The more I tried to make choices in my life because I wanted to make those choices, the more I was choke held, and, you know, emotionally manipulated and hurt. This isn't what you're supposed to be doing. I'm an adult. You didn't adopt me to tell me what to do. You didn't adopt me so that you could have a handmaid that took care of you. Like, let me have my dreams. A dad is supposed to let a daughter have her dreams, have her ambitions, and to help her rise. But instead, he wanted me to be the step stool. And that is a huge issue within the Mormon religion, is women are typically seen as helpmates, step stools, something to progress your own way. And that is ultimately why I had to leave. Was there was just, oh my God, Virgil, he's like, shut up, this is enough, let me distract her, jingle jingle. Armor leg Virgil. By the way, did Soup update you on everything? What are you doing, step stool? Oh my God, too soon, doctor. No. But so anyways, I finally started to separate myself when I realized he wasn't gonna let me have my own life. And the words literally used, not technically by him, but by his wife, was, we paid for you. Sorry. I just want you guys to soak that in for a minute. Like, I have just been, like I said, on a huge healing journey this Christmas. Leaving my religion has changed Christmas for me. Basically checking in and grounding with myself. What am I doing with my life? Am I making the best decisions for the right decisions? And all of these PTSD things have been coming back, but I feel like this time I've been handling it in a way of healing and with courage that I haven't been able to face in the past. Cannibalism cult. No, Virgil, no. You also didn't say arm or leg. Arm or leg, Virgil. But that is when I realized, like, how scary of something to come out of someone's mouth when I'm saying, please respect my boundaries and give me space. I need time away to think. And they tell me, we paid for you, so you aren't allowed to have. They didn't say the last part, but we paid for you is an emotional manipulative response to emotionally manipulatively say, you can't do what you want because I spent money, so I get to tell you what to do. No. That's exactly what's Virgil. Fine. You're going here. And I'm putting a 3 because I don't know. I felt like it. And this is going to be a 1. Why? Because I felt like it. Deal with it. Hi, noob. Sorry, I'm just getting off another soapbox. I think I've been on like 3 soapboxes today. I can't see how anyone wouldn't be proud to call you their daughter. You're a good person, and I'm glad you're healing. Thank you, Coder. That's why I really look up to you in a lot of ways, Coder. And I feel like in my life, after I went through betrayal of men that were supposed to take more of that father role, I realized I came to this place of healing because I had to, out of survival mode, that I didn't need soup. No, I will explain. I was meant to be. Doctor ate you. Anyone said they paid for me, they'd be getting knocked the fuck out, right, Sketch? Like, I have had so much more patience with people and the bullshit that I have put up with in my life, that I have dealt with kindness and patience and grace, that I have come to a place where I've had to have what I call a bitch streak. And it's because anytime I would try and stand up for myself, I'd be called, guess what? A bitch. And I finally got to the point of if protecting my boundaries and if protecting myself means I'm a bitch, then I guess I'll be a bitch. Like, okay. Like, if that's what you want to call me for setting boundaries, whatever helps you sleep at night. And I realized I was so detached and just like, I get to be me. And it was the most freeing feeling to be like, I don't need that reassurance from anyone else, whether it be a father figure, a partner. Like, I had been abandoned and betrayed so many times that it was just so freeing to finally reach that point in my life. But because I have reached that point where I don't have to have that reassurance, doesn't mean that it doesn't mean the world when I find those men that do feel safe, Coder, that do feel like that father figure vibe. Wow, Amina was freaked out by Eeyore. And funny enough, me and Eeyore have had this discussion a lot. But anyways, it just...
About the size of my...
Don't you start. Oh, Virgil came in. He's
Hi,
like,
boyfriend.
Oh, God, actually, these are gonna really hurt. So after 3 baby deliveries, guys, let me just tell you what, it does things. Hi, boo thing. That's what he says.
Hi. No, get off me.
Yeah. So Virgil, you were eaten by Doctor. So we are no longer married. You're dead. I'm sorry. We will Oh, this is what was happening. Resurrect. Thank you. I have to just like splurt it out. I cannot stop and think about it. I just have to say it. Okay. We're gonna take a little break because I also have to go pee. So we saved it. We're gonna quit. We're gonna go back to full stream. We're gonna take a minute. We're gonna catch up. Do some little exercises. And then we're gonna go back to playing Cult of the Lamb for just about 40 minutes, and then we'll be done for the night with Cult of the Lamb. We can and then we can do community games. Oh, Ari said golf. Oh, you know what? If Soup and Ari are free and there can be one other player, it's up to 4. Ari, the sweetheart, gifted me on Christmas a game called Left 4 Dead. I think. Okay, I gotta pee. Before I'm doing donkey kicks, I'm gonna pee. Oh, ADHD brain. I was saying, having 3 babies does something to you. And I have a pretty significant injury in my right hip that I have been to physical therapy for years for. No, I did say Left 4 Dead. Your ears perked right up. You want to be the 4th player? It's going to be, well, I'm hoping Soup if you have it, Ari, myself, and Noob if you call it, you guys. But of course, we'll do different rounds and things if other people want to play, but. Okay. I'm going to go pee. I'm going to try and pop my hip. Oh, that was the wrong screen. Sorry. And then I'm just gonna change this to just chatting for a little bit. Do not, please, for the love of everything good in this world, do not let me restart Cult of the Lamb without changing the category. Okay. What? This is the wrong one, too. God, okay. I also need a break from my glasses. So, no redeems. Because I won't hear them. Post your pewter spec. Oh, is it glitching? Fuck. Am I gonna need to restart? Let me. Well, it says CPU is only 0.8%. I'm only at 30 frames per second. I probably could change that to 60, or would that make it worse? I'll just be chilling and working on my story. Oh, fun! Any progress on the... Well, probably not. It's the day after Christmas. Never mind. I'll ask you in like a week. Okay, computer, that be in internet options. Jen! No worries, Jen. I fully I knew. I just had to start early because I had to get Cult of the Lamb out of my veins because I've been literally obsessed with it. But Jen, you died. I resurrected you. You are now back. Several people died twice. I'm pretty sure you're still there. Or just like the general model. Okay, hold on, Virgil. I am on Rizotriptan, so I'm a little confused by the question. Are you talking about the specs for, like, you're talking about the specs for the computer, not like how fast is my internet or the CPU.